light, fluffy comedy, but the Puck reference, dude, that's where Puck comes from. The lore of this hero is based in A Midsummer Night's Dream. And that when I learned that, I was like, okay, 100%, no looking back. This is the best Shakespeare ever written because it influenced Dota. And Heroes of Newerth tried to copy that even more. Remember, they had a hero named the Dark Lady. And that's who inspired so many of those Shakespeare sonnets. His mysterious Dark Lady. Trent, who was the Dark Lady?
Whom?
The world may never know. So here we go. Draft for Game 3. We are ready to rock. Bands looking similar. Techies and Treant removed again by Liquid. Shadow Demon, Phoenix, Ember Spirit, this time taken out by Virtus.pro. First pick will be in the hands of Liquid, which of course means VP. Well, they get the 10th and final pick of the draft.
And have they changed up anything since the first game? First game, when Liquid had first pick, they got rid of the Shadow Demon, the Ember, the Void Spirit, and the Oracle. So this time, they're going to take care of the Phoenix, because that's what Liquid first picked, so they get rid of it. Liquid don't want to deal with this Timbersaw anymore, because it was annoying both games. Perhaps a sign of the Lycan to return?
Maybe. I don't know. So we didn't see Lycan in Game 2. We saw Liquid play Lycan in Game 1, and it didn't go very well. Would you feel confident picking Lycan in Game 3 if you're Liquid?
I would
chalk that up to draft, or
if I can save it for the second phase, then yes, I think that's fine.
All right, that's a thought.
I don't want to take it too early.
But here it is. Pressure on Liquid. What is the opener? You got Coddle.
I like their Grimstroke. I think Grimstroke's the way to go.
I think so too, because it protects you from the enemy going Lycan. And there it is. There it is. So I kind of feel like Grimstroke is what enabled them to win that last game. There were so many Inkswells that changed team fights. Like, okay, this is bad for Liquid, but a 3-hero stun. Thanks, Grimstroke.
It made it so they weren't punished for having double cores with blinks while the Weaver was still farming quite a bit. Like, they could actually enable a lot of the damage and additional control, because if Mars or DK blink on you with Inkswell, it's a ton of damage, it's a long stun, and it fully sets up for the next stun. Either DK just simply chains, or Mars can angle his spear so he doesn't even need to arena. And then that means you can throw down the arena on other people and create additional kills from the chaos. Now, what is the answer to Grimstroke? I mean, that's one of the reasons why he's such a good pick, right? Because
I don't know.
Nothing feels good versus Roots and Leashes.
No, like Soulbind just feels sort of like a coup de grace type spell. It doesn't have really a counter.
I'd love to hear how these two are related. Okay, what about of all the spells, coup de grace?
Well, not that spell. I mean the saying of, it's like the finisher. You have no counterplay to it.
Probably should pick something that's not a Dota spell.
I meant the actual phrase, not the fucking PA spell. My bad on that. But I don't know. I mean, like, Lincoln's isn't really a counter the same way a lot of these big targeted ultimates can be.
Oh, that was great. Probably not Disruptor again, though, right?
How is this like the PA crit? I don't understand. No, they take Tusk this time. Interesting.
Not good versus Soulbind. Because if you
can't snowball.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It all depends, right? It's like, as long as the guy is tethered to someone else, you can make it work. But if he's alone and soulbound, you can't blink in. You blink in, suddenly you're tethered to him, and now you snowball. But if your two friends get bound, then you can grab them. The Weaver.
Weaver again.
Wow, guys, look. It's Grimstroke Weaver by Team Liquid. Who would have thought?
Yeah. It's good. I got no beef. I can't complain. It's a little predictable, but hard to deal with. We saw how effective the Weaver was last game. Just a nice elusive core. So the great things about Weaver as a core, you can just get in the back line. Like, he really gets pick of the litter in terms of targets that he wants to destroy.
Again, the troll. But the bat's still in this time.
What are VP going to pair with the Tusk? Is there any potential for a Clinks here? Now they ban out the Lycan. Okay, and they pick up Rubik. Great to have against Weaver. I guess this is a potential counter to Grimstroke. You can Rubik it up.
Yeah. This guy was ignored for way too long today. I thought for sure he was coming out game 1. And then ignored completely game 2 as well. We'll see. Probably going to be for Zayats, I feel like, and Solo will just take like a position 5 Tusk. I feel like that's the way to do it, but we'll see. I don't really like the position 5 Rubik.
We also can't forget about the Lone Druid. That hero has been absent so far in this series, and one that we've seen Liquid run a couple of times, one of the Koikva Classics.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good point. That and the Broodmother, too.
Okay, yeah. We've seen the Brood prioritized a lot less throughout this event so far.
Yeah,
but
it got
a
banned
couple
last
of those
game.
bans. Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely still feasible here. They could do... What could they do? They're trying to plan out the rest of their draft because they have the 9th pick. So you basically want to figure out your next 3 picks because you pick 3 heroes and they pick 1 in that same time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll start with the DK.
And they go back for the DK. So that's likely your Koikva hero.
Could easily be Mickey's too, though, for sure. It could be Boxy's as well, right? Again, the Soul,
True.
the Inkswell, I think, just really helps. And another good Soulbind hero, as we just saw.
Yep, Inkswell's great on DK. Another stun that you can utilize with the Soulbind.
How good is, like, let's say they just want the Mars next too. Again, I mean, we got 3 of the same 5 heroes already. The Mars, like, downsides Snowball because it's kind of a single target initiation, but you also have to be, like, in the arena to get the Snowball or, like, just outside.
Yep. The Tuck has an option, but I don't think it's necessarily a deterrent to pick up Mars. They just seem so confident with the hero, and Boxy's so damn good at landing those spears.
Feels like DP's banned. Yeah, I'm trying to think like percent-based damage would be kind of nice versus this DK. They could monkey again. Oh, that's not percent-based. That's the big spells. They've tried this a couple times. They took a victory over Virtus.pro Prodigy a couple days ago with this.
Didn't we talk about a support Luna?
Yeah,
yesterday?
that was just YapSort doing YapSort.
That was just some yappy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your position 1 carry.
Yep.
And of course, they've changed the aura around. That little period of time when it gave you percentage increase to your stats is no longer a thing.
I don't even. What are the numbers on now? It's base damage of 15, 20, 25, 30, and base armor of the same values.
It's not percentage, it's just flat.
No, it is percentage. Sorry. I didn't say that, but
okay.
yeah.
So we don't see Luna that much. So just want to, get all of our friends in Twitch chat up to date with the latest in the Moon Rider meta.
There's some heroes that you just got to read them every time because if you haven't watched Dota in the past 6 months, you might be confused. Like, I love that post. The guy's like, what does Undying Ult do? Like, seriously. I mean, that spell has been changed so many times. It's just like, yeah, it's
Can we
true.
get the old one back? I miss the old Undying Ultimate.
I liked the percent damage per second. I thought that one was sick. It felt really good. Yeah. Then he felt like a really good counter pick against those strength cores.
I mean, being able to just amp up your teammates when you're 0 and 10 as a position 5 Undying feels pretty good. Now you pop that ulti and you're like, guys, I'm a little bit stronger. Now they kill me in 10 hits instead of 7.
Yeah, it is a strange one. And like, you have to right-click people. Like, I don't want right-click people as Undying. I want to hide in the back line and throw a bunch of soul rips behind my tombstone.
I don't want to give my Undying farm. All
right, well,
Liquid chewing through the reserve time.
It's time for the double pick of things that you don't want banned. So what is the big thing you really want? Whose hero do you care about the most is the big question.
I'm trying to think of arguments against the Mars right now, and I'm not coming up with much.
Well, I
besides
think there's
what you mentioned with Tusk.
Numerous heroes for Boxy. Oh, please. That's probably Taiga. And they'll probably just be Mickey on the Weaver.
Right. That would be my guess.
Because the matchup's pretty good.
It's a core shaker at first?
Well, I was literally thinking Boxy, and then I got all excited, and I'm like, probably not, though.
But maybe we'll have to see how the lanes unfold. But yeah, I mean, core shaker's not terrible. Like, this hero does a lot with farm. He can really accelerate.
The problem is he's 100% lane dependent, and you don't have 10th pick. That's when he can still pop off every once in a while.
Yep. Well, we'll call it like a 5% chance that he's a core shaker here.
I thought they might want to try the Ricky, because I was actually just looking back at this game that VP Prodigy and Virtus.pro played, and they did get run down. They got absolutely obliterated by this Luna, but they tried the counter pick with the Ricky that they like a lot, and kind of seems like, I don't know, a hero that could mess with Luna a lot.
And I like the idea of trying to find a hero that can maybe deal with stacks. That's what I think of with Luna is early aggression and clearing out stacks. And if you can, kind of like Bristleback, if you can invade at that right time, kill her when she's at that critical moment in the jungle with maxed out glaives, that's how you really cripple her momentum.
Yeah, I also wouldn't mind just like taking all their towers too, because like Luna, she's not as fast as she was like back in the olden days. Bum, 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 bum.
They banned the Razor. All right, someone else that plays very high tempo. I think he matches up with the Luna very well. And also pretty annoying against DK. Somebody that can actually threaten him at certain points.
Razor is also a notorious stack stealer, but obviously that would be for Virtus.pro. And they will take the Riki. Okay,
wow.
They're gonna go for
All
it.
right.
So that's why I was wondering about the Earthshaker pick though. So now what is Boxy playing? Does that actually mean it is a Boxy Shaker or is it a Boxy Weaver? I guess that's also fine. They just have a lot of flexibility here. But the thing about Riki, it's like, because I think about the old counters to Luna, I feel like PA used to be a pretty big go-to because you just like stick on her and try and blow her up. And Riki gets to do that, plus has the nuisance of the smoke cloud. And is just like a stronger hero at the moment who doesn't need as much enabling as a Phantom Assassin does. Virtus.pro. Now, you got to figure out here, what are we doing? Do we need a save to get people out? Like Tusk can kind of save people if he does like a nice roll through, but that's very hard to execute. Stampede, Centaur, no one, Nature's Prophet.
That sounds pretty good. That gives you some solid lane setups.
It's like kind of good versus the Soulbind too, as long as you're coordinated.
Great team fight.
Yeah.
Hey, look at you with the snipe. I like this last pick a lot. I'm very excited to see this. I don't know how good Luna is right now. This hero feels very hot or cold.
They're teasing us. Look at them. Look at them teasing us. Who's it going to be, guys? Come on.
Boxy Weaver.
I know. But damn.
All right. A moment of hope, though. A moment of hope as Taiga picks up the Shaker. So Koikva is going to grab the Dragon Knight, and Mickey will be the one to play the Riki Maru here. So do you think Liquid have the tools to handle this Luna? Or do you think ILTW is going to pop off? Like, to me, she is the ultimate momentum carry. Where when she gets ahead, she can power farm so quickly. She can recover pretty fast, but her range is so small that she really struggles to play from behind. What?
I don't know. It's interesting seeing the Luna again. I don't know how to feel about her quite yet. Obviously, like their last game, again, I'll just bring this up here. The last game they played was a crushing victory over Virtus.pro Project. Like, it was just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how much that can be put on the Luna, but ILTW went 7-0-4, so I guess quite a bit. It looks like he just got a super early helm and just started running them down. With like
she feels so delicate. You know, when everything lines up right, she's almost unstoppable in games like that. If you like win the lane in the first couple minutes, for example, and you're free farming and you have stacks, you accelerate at a stupid pace. But
it's an interesting build, though. It looks like this is what he does: is he rushes the helm first.
Huh. I wonder why helm in particular.
Just like trying to 5-man, right? I think that makes quite a bit of sense. He goes like helm into treads, wand, dragonlance. So just like super value items. 5-man Dota.
Contract complete.
Okay. That sounds all right.
Complete.
I definitely like the Centaur pick a lot for the reasons stated in the draft. I think that was a nice snipe. And no one did look really good on the Prophet, even though the mid game got a little bit sketchy. Now they have a better tower siege too. Of just like they have an actual frontliner in the Luna. Problem, they don't have very strong saves in Luna, and they also did put solo on that Rubik. I don't know. I mean, I know Zayas plays the Tusk and he's very good at the Tusk and everything. I just kind of hate position 5 Rubik.
The 5 Rubik, yeah.
But it is a Weaver, so to be fair, that's a big difference when it comes to position 5 Rubik. Like, position 5 Rubik already has way more value against Weaver and Earthshaker because they're such easy steals.
Yeah.
Especially the Shikuchi. There's pretty much nothing Weaver can do to deal with that, right? If there is a sentry down, you're guaranteed to get Shikuchi.
Yes, in terms of steals, absolutely. I can't help but shake, though, how good these mobility heroes have looked. There's been a couple games over the last few weeks where we've been a little cynical on these like lack of control drafts that feel very pickoff reliant. But and more often than not, it seems like the pickoffs are the key to finding victory. Ricky and Weaver are just so elusive with an Inkswell on top of that.
Yeah, once the Stampede's down, they are kind of stuck in place here for a lot of these VP heroes. That's true. Oh, Luna's pretty speedy still, isn't she? 325. Look at that.
She is fast. I'm less concerned about her and more about her backline. Like this Rubik, for example, I think he's going to be food in a lot of these fights.
Yeah, he's going to have a rough go. Like the Ricky, just dead.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think I'm favoring Liquid ever so slightly. I'd give it like a 55-45 kind of vibe. Now, ILTW will start in the quote-unquote off lane here. They're going to put Centaur down bottom for VP and start with an aggro try. Really want to secure this Luna's farm, and I guess shut down the Ricky.
Got to use that aura while you can, right? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I would say I'm also favoring Liquid the more I just kind of look at, like, the way I envision a mid-game fight turning. I was like, what happens when Luna gets fissured? Like, what is your immediate response as Virtus.pro? Like, do you Stampede, as Rezo, by the way, is taking a ton of damage down here. He might get out, but it's going to cost him a lot in terms of damage and regen.
This is a nice fissure to start it off from Taiga.
Yeah, pretty free. I mean, at least Boxy took a lot of damage from the Retaliate. Got that going for you. But
mid lane should be a sleeper. No one versus Koikva. DK versus Prophet. It's going to be a farm fest there. Up top is the spot to watch.
Yeah, I'm not expecting... I mean, maybe Rezo will go down again, but he's now under his tower for a little bit. And, oh, he did get the pull-off from Taiga, though. Yeah, so Rezo's going to have a bit of a rough time again. I worry that the saves don't look that great for LTW. I feel like that could be somewhat of a problem. As an Inkswell now in Desires, he's still level 1. They know he only has the tag team, and they will get him with the stun. They even bring Taiga with the Fisher to guarantee the kill, and that is first blood for Mickey.
No. Already rough for VP. This is the lane you've got to secure. Taiga's been on point already with this Earthshaker. 2 good fissures. We are in proper try on try. So Weaver should be able to handle the Centaur solo, I think. Really good for resolution now, not in a 2v1. Up top, though, Inkswell, they're going to go in onto Zayats, and this is part of the problem with this tri-lane for VP. The Inkswell is so scary in these close quarters. It's also so easy for Ricky to get value out of it. He can wait until the last second, blink strike in, and you don't really have a great out to prevent the stun if you're VP. A Ricky taunt though. I don't even get it. What is it?
Ah, he's just dancing, dude. He's just hanging out. I think it's just supposed to be maximally annoying, because that's kind of what Ricky's all about, you know, especially in the general Dota player's eyes. I remember Ricky being the complete bane of the existence of me when I first started playing Dota, and I feel like everyone kind of feels that way. Well, I guess it's different now, because now he gets the ulti at level 6.
It is different, yeah.
I mean, I guess when I first started playing, he also got the ulti at level 6.
He was the ultimate low-tier pub destroyer, for sure. Rezo is going to go down solo against Boxy in the bottom lane. It's a big win for the Weaver.
Yeah, he was completely out of regen, and then eventually, like, level 4, it makes a lot of sense why that would be a perfect time for the bug, right? Because he gets the Swarm, so it's like, okay, I'm just going to take the kill with Swarm and Geminate now. Rezo just no option but to come back down.
The tri-lane continues up here. Luna is getting better farm than Mickey at the moment.
Not by much, though.
In. Yeah, this big wave's coming.
And net worth-wise, Mickey's still ahead as well.
The kill certainly helping. Zayats, the pop tag team. Take some harassment.
It's so free, though. It's like an 18-second cooldown. Like, they could maybe find some aggression if they really want them inside Liquid. Could just, like, jump solo. I'm not sure there's a lot of answers for them.
I like the lore. Oh, okay. Ricky takes a Lucent Beam. He'll be fine. I like the lore on this taunt. The only thing more dangerous than an unseen assassin is the one who allows himself to be seen.
Ooh.
Very deep.
Bruno's been writing lore again.
Saucy. I mean, to be fair, writing lore for taunts is probably not the easiest job.
Makes sense. It was an accurate description.
Now I want to know what the lore is for the Tide backstroke.
All right, I'll find it for you.
A striking lack of kills, though, given that we're in a tri-lane on tri-lane scenario. 5 minutes will turn.
It's like a fish out of water.
That one's.
That's pretty good.
I have a lot more respect for the Ricky one now.
All right, under the tower. Onto the Ricky.
Right. Zayats jumps in. It's Taiga that's going to be the main target. Some quick initiation, but they turn with a good fissure. No one has joined the party, so BP will have the superior numbers. But an Inkswell for the ages. Liquid have turned this around completely. They hit inferior numbers, but Taiga makes it back. It's already a 1 for 3. And Mickey on the Ricky, trying to chase down no one. Hits him with some tricks of the trade. This is going to be a tough one. How far is Mickey going to go?
So fast. The treads, but he has the orb.
And into the tower, no one will fall. Taiga taking credit. Dude, talk about your all-time 5-minute disasters.
That's crazy. They rotate. How many heroes was that? that was 4 heroes, right? I'm not crazy. And then you end up losing the engagement.
That was an Inkswell Ravage, essentially.
All 4 of them died. That is crazy. That was an 851 gold bonus for the Dire and 800 XP too.
And they only lost their position 5.
Yeah. Mid lane, another 4-man Fisher. What is happening? Why is Taiga ravaging the side of Virtus.pro?
Well, Boxy, he's got a time lapse.
He's going.
He's gonna go right back
Boxy,
in. There's the Stampede. Boxy, TP out. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
The sprout.
Solo, the master baiter in the back line.
Got it.
Man, he did not take that into account. He was like counting the studs. Like, oh yeah, I'm good. I got this guy. Solo's gonna die. Easy kill.
Centaur's level 6. Are you kidding me? Well, this is still great for Liquid. I mean, despite all that, you've got an open lane in the bottom. Taiga's like, hey, I'll take a little farm. This sounds okay to me. This is one super rich Earthshaker for 7 minutes.
Yeah, he already has his Tranquils done, and as he said, is getting that free space. So, perfect situation against a team that you know wants a 5-man early. Insania will go down to another rotation from no one, but the faster the Blink Dagger, the more dangerous these 5-mans will be. Might be quick, but trying to take advantage of this movement in the mid lane as no one TP's back in, but still going to be getting a lot of pressure. And a Courier.
Quakester snipes a Courier.
Walked right in front of his face. Is it still a snipe?
This is, I guess. So this is the awkward part about Luna, though. If you don't have a lane that goes your way where you're free farming, obviously you can jungle really quickly. But if you're doing that, then you kind of want to go for this Moonglade build. But if you're in lane, you really need those extra points in Lucent Beam to be able to threaten enemies.
Her skill builds suck. That's what it comes down to.
Yes.
She's like the opposite of some heroes where it like feels good to put points in anything. Luna, I just feel bad no matter what I pick.
Yeah, it's an opportunity cost really hard. And like maxing out Moonglades is legit. You can go Mask of Madness and just run around the jungle and you will out-farm them for sure. But high opportunity cost leaving the lane open. We'll see Mickey up top, now level 6. They do have a sentry, but not going to waste it. So yeah, I feel for ILTW. This is a really tough spot for the Luna.
Mid, they have the shards.
Oh. They're going to find Taiga, it looks like. Nice set of stuns, but can't save himself. All right. BP finding some pickoffs. But the Luna did go for that 3rd point in Lucent Beam. Oh, he is in on the magic damage.
And he's going for his helm again, too, as they bring the trees in. Dead Earthshaker, will they contest the push? Where's the Grimstroke? That's Insania's job. He's still level 3. He needs some levels big time.
Yeah, at that point where the tome's not even going to get you to that ultimate.
Kind of what your hero's supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'd be hanging around for these range creeps if I'm Insania. And he's going to get this Observer and Sentry combo. Oh, yeah. Oh, walks right into the Sentry. Nice.
Oh, as expected, the mid lane was pretty even. Koikba is #1 on net worth as the Dragon Knight right now. Blink Dagger queued up, going for a pretty standard build, but...
You know what was not even the tower pressure, as his tower took 17 damage. Meanwhile, the Radiant Tower is dead as they now move on to Rezo. The Swarm level 2 now, and that's a problem.
This is a good little rotation from Koikva. Rezo does pop the ult, but they also lose solo in the top
No
lane
one
while we were
CP'd in,
watching that engagement bottom. Insania might get turned on, and that'll make it a 2-for-1 around the map. But DK still has some time left on the dragon form, and he's going to start chipping at this tower. He's corrosive.
Oh, man, they just get that bottom outpost in time, too, so no XP for the side of Virtus.pro as they went for the kill on Insania, but didn't transition any further to the outpost itself. Now they're going to bring Zayats back down to the bottom lane while Taiga's chilling here. Solo as well.
Koikva in a weird spot, locked in the tree line. VP with superior numbers. They're going to try to chase this down.
Ricky's coming.
Still a couple seconds left on the dragon form. Maybe Liquid can turn. They're going to have the reinforcements, and...
Oh, dude, this fight's going to get ugly if anyone starts diving here. I mean, the best tool they have is, like, Inkswell and Boxy. But I don't think you want to dive this tower. They're going to put the sentry down here, too, and get control of the vision game. Very good versus the Ricky and the Weaver. I think Liquid just got to let this one go or wait till they're at least spread out a bit more.
Oh, this is space for Luna. She's solo up top. There's that Helm of the Dominator completed.
And the fight's beginning.
The bottom lane. Fight breaks out, and they're going to get the kill onto no one to start things off. They trade for the Grimstroke, but he manages to hit a Soulbind before he falls.
Solo stole it, though, so caution if you are Liquid.
Okay. For now, good for Liquid. They traded support for a core. DK farming mid and a matching what the Luna's doing up top.
He's got an ulti in 5 seconds and a catapult.
And
oh man, he's got the brooch too.
So yeah, look at the build on Luna. He skipped the ulti and now he's gone back for these next points in Moonglaves. Thanks to that space that he got during the potential fight in the bottom lane. But this is nice. This is the road to recovery for the Luna. She is farming well relative to her teammates.
Yeah, her teammates, but all 3 cores of the Dire are still ahead of her. Bit of an issue there.
Yeah, you're right there, Negative Nancy.
Now the jelly for Koikva. He'll take one of those before passing it off, I'm sure.
Just what DK needs, more regen.
Hey, you need that mana regen. Then you don't have to take the talent. Although most people are off that talent now anyway. Oh, he cast it on both his teammates, didn't he?
Wow.
What a guy.
What a guy.
He's like, I got a soul ring. It's fine.
Is that true? Are most people off the regen talent? I remember asking you a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, and it was like 100% everybody goes mana.
Yeah, I know. You even looked at it, but I don't know if more people just value it because, like, it feels like he's almost being picked for that ability now. Like, that's one of the best things about it, is that reducing some of these base damage heroes. But most of the games we had yesterday, it was going for the reduction. Because it lasts the whole game, where it's like, you don't need the mana the whole game, you know?
Exactly. And it doubles the reduction. It goes from 25 to 49%.
It's crazy.
Big fight, though, down bottom. They're going to find Solo, it looks like. Another Soulbind comes out. Resolution. Completely surrounded, and it's a nice set of kills from Mickey. Another tier 1 tower in favor of Liquid. Solid pressure, but remember, Luna is farming. The 3-3-0 build at level 9.
Man, this is hilarious. This is some classic Luna. This is like every Luna game ever, dude. You just get into this weird spot.
Although, once I get 3 Moonglaves, I can't resist the urge to take the last one. It goes 1, 2, 3, 6. It's quite the jump on that 4th point. Although I guess he doesn't have enough stacks to really make that work.
It's funny because there's like almost no abilities in the game that scale like that.
Yeah, it's... Ooh, Insania is going to be a tall order to survive here. Silence onto Zayat. Buys him a little bit of time. Makes it into the river, but Walrus Punch...
Whoa, Stolen Phantom versus a Ricky and a Weaver. I mean, mostly the Weaver would be the one to be really obnoxious. It's only level 1 though, so.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, now the pressure from VP. Tier 1 under assault.
No.
Oh, bottom. Mickey. They've got the dust. No one and Rezo here. Mickey in a lot of trouble. Cuts through the sprout. Not going to be able to use that tricks of the trade. A great gank. The power of the Prophet, man.
Yeah, Boxy's going to come down here, but maybe second guessing. I mean, he knows he has a sentry, so he should be okay.
Taiga gonna get caught.
Dire's
So
bottom tower is under
just as
attack.
Liquid found a set of kills a few
Radiant
moments ago,
structures are
VP
fortified.
strike right back, and they get 2 of their own. A very gank-heavy game.
Yeah, and that push is coming soon now from Virtus.pro, right? Like, she has the helm done. She's closing in on that Dragonlance, the same build that LTW has been going for in the previous matches. But they do have the blink on Koikfa here, too. So if they encroach too close onto these towers, the fight can certainly break out. And Insania has the 4 points in the Inkswell, which has been the bread and butter of this team. Or a maximum damage of 400 is such a brutal ability. You get something like DK
Values.
just sticking on you, dude, or the way that they play it with the Weaver as well.
Yeah. Slow and steady here.
Radiant are
Taiga going to
scanning.
have a very well-timed blink on this Earthshaker. 1,900 gold in the bank.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, his blink's gonna be really good. The Aghanim's is gonna be fairly early for Boxy, like not too bad. As Koikfa tries to jump in on solo there, almost gets him with the Dragon Tail, but he will get the disjoint with the Shikuchi. So close call there from Solo. As up top,
Top
and now
lane.
moving on to Rezo.
The initiation. They started this on Mickey, and now no one is here. It'll be tough for the Ricky, but he makes it back in time for Koikfa to rotate.
Stampede in
And
4.
maybe VP have overcommitted. They are going to lose the Tusk. Stampede now up. Blink Dagger on the Centaur. Rezo should be good.
And Solo just fade bolts mid. Keep him busy, guys. I got the catapult. Shikuchi's so annoying. They have dust for him, though. And there you go. Jeez, man, Ricky.
He killed
Smoke
Solo
cloud.
so fast. And now Weaver trying to go in onto this Luna. Stunned up by the Centaur. Great use of that helm. Boxy with a time lapse. More support coming in. No one with the TP. Ends up getting canceled.
Radiant's
But look at
top
this, dude.
tower
All
is
this
under
fighting,
attack.
it has made space for Luna. Liquid still have a team net worth advantage, but Luna has taken over that #1 slot. Them bouncy glaives.
Yeah, but Taiga's got the item, so when that push comes, like they are ready on the side of Liquid. I do worry a little bit. Mind you, if they just keep feeding, that won't be great. Taiga helping out here, but this is too much, I think. Oh man, he's going for it!
Oh, the dunk connects on 3. Boxy still low, trying to make it out. No time lapse. A 4-on-2. Boxy falls, and now Taiga forced to suffer the same fate.
Taiga,
A
come on.
very tall order there.
I'm really surprised he went for that.
Mickey now coming in, maybe a cleanup kill onto Zayets, but Snowball resets for him. Tricks of the trade. Now Koikfa is going to be the target. Buyback from
Boxy's
Boxy.
in.
But the ult from Luna doing serious
Oh,
work.
Boxy,
now
no!
Koikfa's down.
Oh
Boxy
my
dies
God.
back.
That's right.
Yeah, normally a great idea on the Weaver to buy back, time lapse right back to where you were when you died. It's a really crafty play.
He was so
But-
low, though.
ILTW was like ready for it, and he was low. That was the other issue.
He only had like 700 HP.
But it's like BP were ready. As soon as they saw that buyback, like ILTW was very patient with the Eclipse. And boy, did it pay off.
Dire's bottom
That's
tower
a
is
big
under
swing.
attack.
Gold was about 2,500 in favor of Liquid. Now about 500 in favor of VP.
And that was all just off of a single pick onto one hero. And then collapses into so much more for them. And now again,
Find
just
another.
stacks again. Just all because he wanted to try and save somebody with an Echo Slam. That, I mean, he must have known that didn't look good, but I think he got the call from his teammates that they were coming in close, but they were still just like a little bit too far to capitalize on that damage. So then there's a little bit of healing from the mech and everything. Like, Zayats has 3 bracers on this Tusk.
No one. They're going to find Mickey. Walrus Punch actually does a lot of damage, and now the Stampede, they'll just be able to chase him down. Nice Blink Strike up to the high
Nice
ground.
save.
Again, even further back. Liquid saving their buddies well, but Solo comes in to finish it off.
Dire's top
Now they'll try to
tower
chase
is
down
under attack.
Koikfa,
Oh, dude,
not going to be an easy
You
target.
see what Solo tried to do? He tried to get in front of him and do the spell steal so that it would bring him out of the invis, because that's faster than attacking, so that he could body block and they could follow up. So that was the biggest like brain attempt. At least I assume that's what he was doing, because otherwise he would not give up Shikuchi.
Radiant are scanning.
Into Roshan we go! I'm pretty nervous for Liquid right about now, bud.
Yeah, I thought that they would be so ready for this, like the Echo Slam and the towers, but they take a couple of bad fights on the side lanes and just get run down. And
this is the worst case scenario for the enemy when Luna gets all that space to free farm. She takes over #1 net worth. Then she shows up in a team fight with the ultimate ready, drops it, and rolls the fight. And it's like, okay, everything we did to Luna during the laning phase is now gone.
Yeah.
And then some. You know, it's like such a small margin, and it's so easy for her to recover if you don't keep on her. You got to be on her ass like tighty whitey, dude, and they did not do that.
And they do have the Aghanims coming super boxy, but he's going to get Orchided and just die.
Oh, man. No way to deal with this.
Wait, you can't reach him? Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought they might need to change them, but it was enough with the soul burn.
Dude, no one is playing this Prophet so well, though. Take note, boys and girls. This is how you want to do it. Constant pressure. It kind of feels like, from the Liquid perspective, no one is everywhere at all times. Anytime you're in a 1v1, 1v2, all of a sudden, this Prophet appears, and you can't do anything.
You see that drive from Zayats? Like, Luna here, you guys here, Prophet here. We own this area. They cannot come in here right now. That's what he's saying. And he's right. Like, what are they going to do? Jump on ILTW in the mid lane with the Aegis? No. He's even scouting off to the side with the helm. You can use this helm to just, like, pull camps and stack. You can scout potential TPs in the tree line like he is right now.
So that's the real value for Luna. You know how important stacks are. You say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to open up my supports to go do whatever. I'm going to get a helm. I'm going to stack for myself, man. I'm going to buy my own wards in the helm of the Dominator. It's pretty cool. I was a little skeptical at first, but making a very good case for it.
That's going to spot up Boxy now. Unfortunately, they're not even going to try and kill the helm creep. They actually want to go after the side of Virtus.pro, but going high ground into an Aegis probably won't end well. So they will manage to find the kill onto the helm creep as it goes to jungle.
The auras make a lot of sense.
Taiga up top.
Top lane. It's no one.
Oh, he's got Blink.
Oh, but they predict it.
Oh man, he tried to out big brain them by going south instead.
Good try. Now Centaur in the mid does have a stampede, but stunned up. Long duration stun. Nice kill for Liquid. Much needed there in the mid. That gets Weaver about 500 gold left towards that Agnes.
Just off in the Inkswell, eh? Yeah, stun into Inkswell in silence.
And a Dragon Tail. Another odd game. Still feels very much like VP are the ones in control, setting the tempo.
What happens when Mickey gets BKB, though? I guess no one will have BKB around the same time, too, so that'll at least help him, right? In terms
the
of dealing with the
Dragon
Ricky.
Knight. I think his BKB's coming right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, BKBs are never bad. It certainly gives Liquid something to fight around, a little power spike, but there's a lot of physical.
Yeah, but think about it like this.
Pro.
They have BKB and they have the Aghanims done on Boxy in like 100 gold.
Yeah,
so
those three
that's
items are... Yeah. That's a break point, all right.
Yeah, so it kind of feels like it's on Tiger. He is level 12, so he's got the second point in the Echo. He's already maxed out Aftershock and everything. He is fully, prepped Earthshaker. He could use a smoke because he knows how big these fights are going to be. And he wants that perfect play.
On the Aegis.
They're running low on time here.
ILTW needs to be very careful about how he handles this fight. They're going to kill him pretty quick. About 15 seconds left. He sort of wants to die here, but they mech up. And
Where's
now
the save?
they turn
Oh,
on
it's
the
too late.
Wow.
Boxy was in mid-animation. He couldn't get it off. Oh, the plan falls apart.
The Eclipse was just too much damage.
We fed our DK instead of saving him.
You think that DK's tanky? Like, I've got the BKB. I'm ready to frontline. They just bursted him.
Oh, that feels so bad, dude. It's that's the Weaver. I'm sure we've all done
I had
that.
my timer wrong. It was a minute and 20 seconds left on that Aegis. My mistake.
Yes.
I hate how small they made the Roche may respawn in. The text is so small I can't even fucking read it, dude.
You can't read that, dog? Man, you knew
Well, I can if I try really hard, but I moused over it too fast and totally biffed it.
Yeah, that's on you, dog. You need a new prescription. Come on.
Is it?
Good old 20/20 eyesight. Of course, I'd never know if I had better eyesight, I don't think. I can still read everything, I think. Gotta go to one of their eye doctors.
I get an email the other day. I am due for my yearly checkup.
Well, looks like Valve
You
saying the
know.
same thing.
COVID.
Dire's top tower. is
Well,
under
you know.
attack.
All right. Well, the Roche, it's gone. The Dire, they smoke. And they want to find themselves a kill. This is a very long smoke. I'm not sure
This
where we're
is-
going. They want to catch Luna. Oh, this might work out if she goes up.
Weirdly ambitious. Luna now backing up.
They see
She's got a
empty
BKB
camps.
coming. Oh, I don't know if that reveals much. Guys, Luna was farming here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
It's all part of the, finding where they are. Don't negate the triangulation. Zayats,
Well,
they forced the stampede out.
yep. Snowball. Zayats might still be dead here. And they'll hit him with the Dragon Tail. Yeah, VP not going to fall for this one.
Let my face be the last thing you see.
Not what they wanted. So
No.
how many bounties did they get? Just that one? I think there's still one up top. So yeah, currently 2
There
for
is,
VP and 1 just floating. 1 for Liquid.
But we're talking about the BKBs on Liquid. What about the BKB on Luna? Like, she is actually getting scary, dude. Manta's complete. BKB is just a recipe out. Meanwhile, bottom, they do catch Mickey. Oh, that's a big kill.
With me.
VP, man, they are just unrelenting with these pickoffs. It feels like there's a gank somewhere like every 30 seconds almost. It's like if teleportation's up, this Prophet's going for it.
I just got a fight recap that is like everything over the past 10 minutes, and I have no idea why. What the heck? It just popped up. It shows me everyone
Dire's
dying.
bottom tower
All
is
right,
under
interesting.
attack.
Must be that Canadian computer you got
I
there.
guess so.
Top now, Resolution, joined by no one. Solo quite happy to have that stolen Shikuchi.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Liquid just can't seem to find any options. Like, it's so easy for VP to gank with this Prophet, and for Liquid, it seems that they have to commit these big rotations, these smokes. Like, they're struggling to claw their way back in. Every fight has started on VP's terms for the most part. And there is obviously pressure on Liquid. You know that you're not out farming this Luna, so you constantly feel like, guys, we got to do something. We got to do something. The key word there, though, is something. I don't know what that something is.
I think you're playing for Roche, but yeah, the BKB is definitely the issue right now.
You still have a 10-second BKB on Dragon Knight.
I mean, and on Ricky too. Like they have their own damage to pump out here.
It's just like this catch power. You know, Rezo, he's going to blink stomp on somebody. They might be able to kill him before they BKB. And here you go. Jumps in onto Insania. A little far, but Force Staff saves it from the shards. Big time snowball. Tusk going in hard. And it might cost him. Soulbind flies. And yeah, they will bait in Zayats. Will pick me up for Liquid.
Yeah, that's a bit free. They did manage to escape with Dragon Tail though. So what? How much is that going to stun for now? Or damage? 126. Not bad. Not bad. 40% debuff amplification too. Yes, that's pretty good. So the chain stun is very real from Solo at the moment.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, 40% debuff amplification.
On 3.25 second stun. Yep.
That's like almost a 5-second stun.
They have
kind of
ward
insane.
vision on him right now. Same thing I was onto Mickey as well though. Fisher into the blink.
Oh, Solo gonna get caught for sure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's definitely what they need though. The Roche is still about a minute 20 away though. Do they have anything through BKB on the side of Liquid? Not really. That's a bit of an issue. Like the best thing they have, I guess, is like soulbind issues, right?
Dire's top tower.
But aside
is
from
under
that,
attack.
BKBs are pretty free. They need that big blow up of their own, kind of like the big chain stun that we can expect from Virtus.pro off of Rezo.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Still feels like so much pressure on Liquid to make plays happen. Even though VP have been pretty aggressive, they're also all right to sit back and keep farming. They're fine with the status quo right now with no one and ILTW. Mega farm.
Yeah, I think part of it is that both of these heroes, as Taiga is probably going down here. Yeah, even covered with no one blinking forward, or TPing forward, rather. Oh, the Soulburn was actually not quite enough.
I need one more. Blink and 7. They're going to let it go. Not going to chase into darkness.
Damn, dude, 40 damage. But, like, you're up. They probably don't know it's like 5k on each hero ahead of the next highest cores on the side of Liquid. But you know these two heroes are also, like, kind of inflated when it comes to gold. Like, they both need a lot of gold to feel even. So, there's no reason to really rush. You really want to get to, like, that giant monster level of hero. Right, you want to have the Hurricane Pike and the Butterfly on this Luna before you do anything too crazy unless you have Aegis. So that's why they're not going too insane right now. And it's still forcing Liquid to play as 5 at the moment. So you're still gaining more out of the map. And fortunately for Virtus.pro, they're going to find this Roche while Liquid are completely opposite. And the Shadow Blade now...
They're not going to get there in time. That's an easy Roche.
That's a bold Shadow Blade buy, dude. I don't know about that. Shadow Blade, like, they've already hit so many sentries down because of the Riki and the Weaver. And then you're going Shadow Blade too? Is it that much better than Force Staff? I guess so.
He seems to think so. Yule's on the chopping block next, and Basher now up for Mickey. Also, still a 10-second BKB on the Riki Maru. Both sides haven't really been forced into using this magic immunity.
Liquid just know that the fights that VP are offering are not going to end well for them, even with their BKB. So they're trying to break them and see if they can catch them split up. But now, again, they'll just go back to the Aegis plays. They will scout out ILTW with the Shadow Blade on Taiga.
It's an Assault Karas on no one.
Boxy stayed behind. I'm not sure. He's got a DD, but I'm not sure what the end goal here is.
Yeah, not sure. He's just going to back out. Okay. Maybe hoping a support would push out that he could solo.
I mean, what are VP doing, though? They're like 5-manning with the Aegis in their own jungle. Are they that determined to get the Butterfly first? Looks that way. No one. Caught out up top. This is the kill they need. The Echo Slam stack on top, too. He's got the cheese. He's got the BKB. It's so close. The bash. Oh, the cheese.
And now just the TP home, dude. They're actually going to turn it. He doesn't have to TP home. They're just going to fight. He almost kills Taiga. Instead, they focus on to Koikba. There's the Aghanim's ult from Boxy. Gets Koikba that reset. Mickey now in the fray, trying to kill Solo. He does, but Insania is going to go down. Soulbind. Luna still has a BKB, Aegis, and ulti. Liquid need to get out of here. Rezo, he had the blink, but couldn't get the stun off in time. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
That was... He had 28 HP left.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
hey, he got the Butterfly. And Soul's going to dust, and he's like, yeah, I found him, guys. He might kill me for it, though.
That's a dieback on Solo. That's unfortunate. So
Yeah,
Mickey being very obnoxious, but meanwhile, ILTW went up to the high ground, just a BKB TP. That was his 10-second BKB.
Mickey was trying to get back there in time for the cancel because he is the basher. But now they're going to find Zayat too, so a couple of feeds away here from Virtus.pro. Like, sure, they didn't get the kill onto no one, but they will get a lot more after this as Zayat does not have a blink dagger, so no cheeky escape there. He would have had it too, I think, with the blink.
I really thought that was going to go better for VP after the turnaround with the cheese.
I mean,
Still can't believe no one survived.
Yeah, he was kind of alone, though. Like, it took him a long time to get across the map, so they weren't, like, in perfect position to capitalize on it. Obviously, things still pretty good for the side of Virtus.pro, but this Aegis is going to have gone with no high ground push, I'm pretty sure. They had that tiny little bit up top, but obviously they didn't really get any damage out, and they lost a couple of heroes, so only a minute, minute 50. Maybe they can get a bit more. They got to hurry up, though, if they want it.
Still a pretty sizable lead for VP, though, despite those missteps. Now, Insania starting to close in on an Aghanim's. About 400 gold out. How good is the Dark Portrait this game?
Extremely good. Versus the Luna, that's like top tier. Probably one, it's like Terrorblade and Luna you think of, right? Like she
You mean you get all the auras?
Yeah.
That sounds
good.
pretty good.
It's pretty nice.
I like it.
The only thing is that she actually, I mean, she's got quite a bit of stat build still, but it's not like a, once the butterfly's there, it's going to get a lot better.
Yeah.
But that's been taken away by the courier.
See that late game Grimstroke start to kick in. 34 minutes, still VP in control, but no lanes barracks down, and there it is. Grimstroke Ags.
You know what I don't think I've ever seen is a Soulbind Dark Portrait. Because it always gets cast from really far away. I don't know if I've ever seen a Grimstroke make 2. Am I crazy? Have you ever seen that? I can only ever picture the one unit.
What do you mean?
Like, because if he Soulbinds 2 people and then he casts Dark Portrait, he'll get 2, right? Because I don't think I've ever seen that happen in all the Ags Grimstroke games I've cast. Because they always do it from like the other side of the team fight when they're like sieging high ground and stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. It should work that way.
Oh no, it definitely does.
Okay, so I've never seen it, so I can't say 100%. I know it works like that, but
I mean, I hope it does. That would be pretty lame if it does. I'm sure it does, even though I haven't seen it. That's just how the mechanic should work. I mean, there's a very small list of abilities that don't work with Soulbind. Would you guys like to hear them? Because I know them all.
It's not many. It's basically any that forces the hero to move with it, like Nether Strike or Charge of Darkness, the stuff where Spirit Breaker can't be in 2 places at once. That's
Soul
generally...
Assumption is another one. Static Link. Snowball doesn't work.
Soul Assumption I'll never understand.
Yeah, I don't get that one. I mean, I guess I'm sure it's based on the charges, but it's kind of lame. Omni Slash. Now I'm reading the wiki, but...
Omni's another good example, though. Jug can't be in 2 places at once. Oh, look at that power spike for Luna. She gets a Butterfly and a Hurricane Pike at the same time now that courier.
Look at her damage, man.
Yeah, she's basically got a permanent double damage rune. Don't forget that she's using the Helm of the Dominator now. It's awesome. You use it early on for like a stun on the Centaur, mobile ward, and then you just pick up an Alpha Wolf, and you got this free pack leader's aura just following you around in the jungle.
It is like absolutely insane amount of plus damage right now. She wanted one more right click, so she's gonna lose the smoke. Still 2 minutes before potential Roche.
That's fine.
This is a pretty weird push though. Like we're just going in. Like the creeps are not in a great spot bottom. They're in an okay spot mid. They're just hoping to catch someone greedily farming here.
I read this as they wanted to do this earlier as soon as the Butterfly came, but that courier kill slowed it down. So they are ready to rock, and they're going to bump right into the DK. Again, quite a bit of chain stun, but Aghanims from the Weaver proves superior. Koikba gets a full reset. The real fight breaks out as Soulbind comes. Echo Slam. That's going to be 2 dead on the side of VP. Mech buys them a little time. They actually kill Mickey and Taiga instead. Now Koikba falls. How did VP sustain through that? The answer was the Mech. But still, I cannot believe they lived through that.
Mech Satanic, dude. It's just, even if it looks good.
Oh. Now ILTW on the front lines. Very tanky, but taking a lot of damage here. The tower shots, the stuns. Luna, saved by the snowball, pulled back in and brought down. There was a buyback from Mickey to make this fight possible, but they have stopped the Luna, and that is going to repel the push. VP now starting to retreat. A Fissure does clip no one. A Dust to try to find some path of escape.
Nice, the bash.
Well-timed bash indeed. No one now going to be forced to fight. Solo comes back in. Not going to find that kill, but they get Taiga. Can they turn on to Mickey? Boxy doing everything he can with this Aghanim's time-lapse. It's made a big difference. They do hold on, but it is not a victorious fight for Liquid. Big-time economic damage.
How many... Oh, my buybacks aren't showing.
Yeah, my recap's useless. I think it was 2 used, though. The Ricky and the Earthshaker. Yeah.
Damn. That Echo Slam looked good, but it didn't end up doing that much damage. It only did like 1,400 or something total. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's just, we're getting to the later stages when you're dealing with Mech and Satanic. It's just not enough to close it out.
I thought the stun might be enough for somebody on his team to, like, clean up those kills. Ricky to get some backstabs, but... That was it. Like, Echo Slam was the end of their damage. That needed to be the finisher. Oh, they're going to catch the Weaver. They save the Orchid for after the time lapse. Now Soulburn's going to fly, and Boxy will pop. That's a big kill. No buyback on the bug.
No one's been very keen on getting the Orchid onto the Weaver, too. Like, it was too late in the last fight in the sense that it came after they saved the DK, but it's such a low cooldown that just, like, constantly keeping Boxy suppressed is going to be a very good way to fight this. And now ILTW's marching his way back up through mid. They have that AC. They want to keep the pressure going while there's no Weaver and no Shaker.
This is the right idea. If the Weaver has buybacks, force it. And if he doesn't, well, then you're going to get some free damage on the base. And that's an easy tier 3.
ILTW's picking up the neutral items along the way, though. He's like, whoa, guys, hold on. Got to get some items here. We're going to take a Roche, too. And Give me an Aghanims. Who wants it, baby? I like Centaur. Although Rubik's also okay. But sieging high ground with Centaur, I don't know, that sounds pretty good. Against Earthshaker too? Looks like they want to choose... Nah, Centaur, okay. I think Centaur's the best one, but there's definitely funner ones. I mean, I wanted to watch the Luna one.
It's surprisingly good. The Luna one sounds like a meme because you know of her as a right clicker, but when the Ag's Blessing was first introduced, it's like, okay, that is so sick on Luna, though. You build her like a right clicker, and then all of a sudden your Aghanims or your ultimate gets this giant boost.
Well, it's cool that you can target it on people, too.
Yes, exactly. Being able to ground target or like put it on your Centaur and then he blinks in, it opens up some pretty awesome team fight possibilities. Because it also makes the beams come down faster, too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the beams appear
like
twice
way
as
faster
fast.
interval.
So it's crazy, crazy burst damage. It's super hard to react to if you're on the other team. Even like popping a pipe halfway through it is...
Man, no one's playing pretty cocky right now. I mean, he's got the Satanic and the Cheese, so he's just saying there's no way they can burst me down and chain stun me. Solo wants to make sure there's no one invis behind him, so he's going to smoke in the back line, because they actually don't have sentries.
No one is the only hero with buyback right now, so he's okay to be the first target to die, because he can actually come back into the fight. No one else can do that.
Yeah, he's playing the Spectre.
Yeah, that's very smart.
Dire's top tower
Hoping that they won't initiate on their Luna. Now Barracks under siege. This is where Luna really shines. You're damaging
What's the
back
play,
line.
guys?
You're stopping Blink Daggers, and you're killing Barracks. Liquid just let it go. They've got everything, but struggling to find a way to handle this.
He's smoked up.
Now the initiation onto no one. They might have activated the trap card. Snowball in. BKBs get popped. There's the Soulbind, but mid lane of Barracks have fallen. Rezo jumps in. They almost get boxy. Time lapse keeps him alive. Luna focusing
Taiga.
towards
Oh, we gotta work it in.
all this huge ink swell. Solo goes down. Taiga still can't dunk. What an Orchid. ILTW trying to sustain. He's getting stunned up, though. Already used the BKB, but still has Aegis. Now Mickey desperately trying to finish off this kill. Rubik, the only one dead. No buyback. Now they get Zayats as well. Liquid doing okay in this fight. They get the Aegis. They're starting to clean things up. A buyback from the Tusk. Now no one. Isolated. Silence. Taking big damage from Mickey. Is he going to be able to get it off? And he does. Uses it. ILTW still on the low ground, but afraid to run up and commit. And they are just going to have to let no one die.
Oh, Mickey didn't chase down, or Boxy rather, didn't keep the chase down going after. Oh my god, that Orchid was sick, dude. That could have been even better for Liquid if he didn't catch him. He was in the middle of like 3 heroes after BKBs, and no one just tags him with it. Completely ruining Taiga's nice-looking Echo Slam.
Yeah, and hard-pressed to say Liquid holds there. They don't get full wiped, and they stay in the game, but that's 2 lanes of Barracks down. I think VP pretty all right with a couple of deaths. Unfortunate that Zayats kind of wasted his buyback there. Wasn't able to get back into the fight, but they got what they came for.
Yeah, now, what can you do as Liquid? Obviously, still in a pretty terrible position in this game, but you do have some tools to help you, right? Maybe they can get a big Dark Portrait going, a Chain Stun. They still have the Echo Slam. Usually, like, when you defend like that and you manage to save the game, you've lost these big ultis, but he surprisingly has it. Like, even LTW out that far, with this Shadow Blade, he needs to be a little bit more cautious than that.
Now Liquid looking for a counterplay. DK having a seizure as he finishes off that tower.
I feel like Taiga's just going to do something crazy because they need it, you know? But yeah, they can't find it.
We're about in Hail Mary territory.
Speaking of
Liquid.
which, are we in Rapier Gold territory anytime soon? Does not look that way.
DK is going to go for the Assault Karats first. You know, we're pretty far away. And Weaver is getting kind of big. He's got the MKB now. Butterfly going to be coming.
He needs a Dispel aside from Magic Lamp, I think, though. I don't know.
Magic Lamp.
I'm not sure what to get, though, if I'm him.
DK with the Leveler. Plus 60 attack speed, not so bad.
Oh, Luna gets the cape.
Where we were talking about the cape is pretty bad on most heroes, but insanely good on some.
Yeah.
This is upper echelon right here.
Yeah, she's pretty nice.
It's also just the stats. Agi strength, it's like exactly what she wants at this stage. Gonna get a free Dragon Lance with an extra illusion mixed in. VP might just 5-man the high ground. I think one of the scariest things about a Luna being ahead is that you just can't fight in your own base when you're playing against the Luna. Even if you win the fight, she does so much spread damage with the glaives. She can take your structures and team fight at the same time.
Warriors of the wood.
Liquid are ready for this.
I think they want to try and fight
be.
before the siege starts. Last time they waited too long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to initiate before your barracks are already crippled, or else you're just jumping into glaives. And here you go. They will initiate. Taiga with a big dunk gets the kill on Solo. Snowball reset. Instant buyback from Solo. No one in the front line. BKB Satanic sustains for now. Rezo charges back in. Still very little pressure on the Luna. Now the Soulbind comes out. They want no one, and they might be able to finish him off. The Lotus Orb won't be enough. The ILTW with a decent ult gets Koikba. Now the buyback from no one. I think they know that Koikba is likely to not have a buyback, and they're going to try to go all in here. Nice save from Boxy once again on the Weaver. But now the real siege begins. All the illusions come out, and this is going to be Megas. There's no glyph for the Dire. It's up in 8 seconds. Not enough time. And that will be Megas. VP maybe just back out here. Nope. No one does the opposite. He goes to the well, almost finds 2 kills. Taiga lives thanks to the Ghost Scepter. Buyback now from Insania. Liquid on their last leg. They don't even have tier 4s left. Now Luna sieging alongside the creeps. The glyph has come out. Taiga without a dunk. Not so scary. He falls. Silence onto the Luna. She'll survive, and they turn the other way. Bad news bears for Team Liquid. The final 4v4. Mickey will help clean up Zayats, but can they deal with this Luna? There's the silence. No mana. Does have a Satanic.
That Dark Portrait is shredding her. They're picking it.
Luna trying to sustain, but so many stuns throughout the Satanic. She doesn't realize much value, but Mickey does fall as he commits for it. And I think Liquid are finally out of gas. There it is. Throne falls thanks to the creeps, and VP take the series. What a slugfest.
Man, that was a nice Luna game. That was kind of a traditional, classic Luna-style match. Some 5-man Dota. And not able to connect on those like defensive ultis. Like, think about the way they played last game. It seems like that sort of style would have done so well versus what Virtus.pro just did to them again. Right? It's like blinking and target with the ink swap, but I feel like we didn't see any of that. Maybe just off kilter, a little bit too far behind. The blink dagger was out pretty early for Taiga, but just couldn't find those big moments to help set up for the plays. And then that one time where like maybe they could have slowed this down, and they set in poor old Koikba, and he just died before they could get the save from Boxy. That was like the last even fight, it felt like.
This game reminded me a lot of the first match,